We have a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
What is it? What is it on? Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey, come on.
And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown. DJ Shark. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Coleman now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Ready? 18 Gator. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little... He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Extra point up and good by Sanders.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
On play action, Lawrence.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Hakeem Butler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rolling to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And go, let's go. Shot. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Give me some. 13. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Watch the curl. Change it. Jim, let go.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Montez Sweat charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's caught left side by Cooks.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
This one complete to Coleman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence flushed out right.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany.
He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Jackson. Open man right side is Shark. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Jackson will throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out.
And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left. The quick feet by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. The
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
To Lawrence said he'll go down. Hassan Reddick just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Browns. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
35 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Coleman now to return.
and a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Hey, exit. Mike 20. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Rolling to his right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness and the lack.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Michael O.J. Mudia
in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, 25.
They'll try the left side with Lindsey. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Another run by Lindsey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Phillip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Sanders on for the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Breaks free again, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 77 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Michael O.J. Mudia picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Bravo!
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll roll him out right. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's set a tone, fella.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Watch his left, watch his left.
And Shark calls it in.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Brockers. Third and goal, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his big tight end here. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Butler. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Hakeem Butler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll try the left side. Lindsey And he's going to get this inside the 30.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught out in the right flat. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Well, Charles, there's a couple of things at play here. I don't understand why you don't just kick the PAT to tie it this late in the 4th. If you are going to go for it, though, why the fake kick from the 15?
No explanation that I have will make any type of sense. You're exactly right. Kick the extra point, have a tie game, and see what happens down the stretch. But if you're going to go for it, as you said, I want my offense out there, and I like my chances from the 2-yard line, not faking it from the 15.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, will likely put an end to this thing. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Rolling to his right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now is Jackson.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one. And they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost the game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them, because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just about everything, and we forget that's still a long field goal attempt.
And so much pressure there at the end of the game. It's one of those situations, unfortunately, where you're either the hero or you're the GOAT.
And what you also hope is that you've built up equity with your team by making a whole lot of big kicks before, so that the occasional miss doesn't hurt you going forward.
So for Cleveland, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.